Hey everyone, this week we've got a couple cars on the opposite end of the spectrum. We've got the Corvette and the Kaiser. I like the way that sounds. They're both new. And we have resin with nothing opening. And then the Kaiser is a model where almost everything opens. So that's I guess the theme of the week. First up, let's start with the Corvette. This is the C8. C8 is the, I guess, platform designation, the body designation. It's the 8th generation. This was the big news of 2020. This is by GT Spirit. You've got some perforated grille at the bottom, which is good. This is resin non-opening. The exhaust tips are pretty nice. The grills there are not open. I'm trying to remember on the real car. I would think they're open, but people are doing fake grills today. The color is really neat. Online, I was not a fan of this color. I think it's called like cyber gray or something like that, but there's a lot of metallic in it, a lot of flop in it, so I actually like it a lot in person. Really like the red interior, which is well done. GT Spirit does a good interior from what you can see in there. Front, again, no open grills. Headlight detail is pretty good. Wheels and tires, good. Paint overall is of good quality. No real obvious flaws on this car. Car number 41 on 999. This has, what do they call it? The LT2 V8 now. Base car is 490 horsepower, 495 with the optional exhaust. The biggest shock for me was the base price of $59,900. I really thought this was going to be, after the switch to mid-engine, I thought this was going to be an $80,000 car to start. So to get this kind of performance of nearly a 10-second street car, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for about 60 grand is crazy. I'm still a little bit on the fence on the looks. It's a little thick through the midsection, but overall, it's very hard to complain about the new Vette. I do miss having a manual transmission. Retail needs about $129, $149. I think I paid about $85, $90. At that price, I'm surely not mad at it. Packaging, nothing exciting as usual. Black GT Spirit package with one little peekaboo image on the back of what you're getting. Next up, the Kaiser. Kaiser, there's plenty of people who are going to say, what is a Kaiser? It's one of those, American car companies that evaporated after the 50s. Started making cars after World War II. This is called a Kaiser Manhatten. This is opening diecast by Highway 61. Highway 61 is kind of, to me, the premier brand for making American cars like this. The amount of detail. There's your gas cap that opens. Simulated wire wheels with wide whites. Underneath, you've got simulated brake lines that are a separate piece. Who else really does that anymore? You've got a spinning drive shaft, which you see sometimes today. But real good, proper underbody detail. You've got scale hinges. This would have been, I don't know, it looks to me kind of like a straight 6. Hard to tell, could be a straight 8. I am not a Kaiser expert. You've got the, if you can make it out, you've got the positive and negative battery leads. This is better than auto art level detail. You've got a really nice interior. What's nice is you've got the carpeting, but then the rubberized part of the mat, which is nice. The seats for memory. The seats fold up and down. Weird thing about this body style is it looks like this should be a sedan, but it's a two-door coupe. A little weird, but that's the 50s for you. The two-tone paint is great. If you can make that out, that is a opening glove box. In the trunk, you have a removable spare tire cover with a spare tire. So that's obviously pretty neat. That goes back in place like that. It's a pretty neat looking car. Highway 61, again, it was kind of like the premium level of Ertl. Retail probably would have been $79, $89, almost 20 years ago. I paid recently about 60 bucks for it. Packaging, window box. You in the back you got a crevice opener and a microfiber cloth. No screws to hold it down, just kind of pop it out, which is nice and easy. Box wound up actually being in good shape, so was really happy with this score. So that's it for this week. I've kind of been going on a buying rampage, except one of my favorite places, American Excellence, is not doing so well. They're just selling what's left of their American stock, so maybe if you want to keep them in business, try and buy from American Excellence. So that's it for this week. Everyone have a good one. Please like and subscribe.